Yes, it is.
Fantastical.
Fantastico indeed. Just making sure everything is. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Contest of Speed EU3 Season 8, Round 12, Singapore. My name is Matt. Alongside me is my fellow EU2 companion, Lewis is here, everybody.
Yay!
Woo!
Insert the clapping.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we're
Bravo!
on for a...
Bravo!
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We're in for a tough, a good old grueling event, this one. It's the longest race in terms of time on the calendar. And it's always, as a street track, there's always some drama. High possibility of a safety car. So yeah, looking forward to another Singapore special.
Extravaganza.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, we were kind of let down last night. There was a very intriguing strategic battle going on, and then the safety car came out and kind of neutralised it all, which was a bit annoying. There is a Ferrari on track. I wonder who it could be. We shall go and see who it is. I reckon it is young Daniel in the Ferrari. We will do that. He's the pride of Yorkshire indeed. There's been much chat, Lewis, in the E3 chat. Obviously, with Jammy James, effectively what they were saying, running away with it.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
There's no other way about it. However, he can be beaten. But there was also a very interesting battle going on for second place in the drivers, I believe, between many a driver. You've got... Oh, that's the wrong tier!
Well, you must have surely got Bama...
Yeah, I was going to say, can you have a guess?
I'm going to say Bama, Two Spell, Titchy and Stumpy. I think... And maybe, I think they're the ones battling for P2.
P2 from 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, it's separated by 2 points. Bama's on 88, Wizard is on 80... Sorry, Stumpy's on 87, Wizard and Rowan are both on 86 each. So that should be interesting, to say the least. Of course,
I'm so
Rowan.
Sorry.
What?
I completely forgot. It's because Roland isn't here today, is he?
No, he's not. He is replaced by Liam Staff, who's usually in the Alpine, but Liam's been waiting very patiently, so I decided he can have, for one night only, switch teams to his allegiances to Red Bull, because Alpine also have a driver missing. It won't be filled. There will be a max of 19 drivers. Little Spark is on a race ban after his misdemeanours in USA with Rack, so we will move swiftly on from that. Dan has left the session, which is...
I'm going to send him an invite.
Yes. It was also we were supposed to have real Johnny in the Aston Martin, who's not here yet, and also Clausen, who's supposed to be racing full time in Haas. And I'm going to be brutally honest, Lewis, Clausen's testing my patience.
Why? I don't understand.
For someone that's wanted to race and wanted a full-time seat, he's now not turned up. Well, he's obviously been unavailable too, and then he has not shown up for this one when he said he was able to race, which should be interesting.
Yeah.
Ah, hang on. I've done an oopsie. I apologise to everybody.
Oh, I can see. So that's why Dan's saying that.
Yes. The slight hiccup, people, is I usually do EU1 as a setup, and EU1 currently this year is running what, Lewis?
No ABS.
Yes.
But EU3 and EU2 and EU4. Oh,
You can run whatever you are, so we shall be back swiftly.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Fortunately, no one set a lap time.
No, but I would love to see people's reaction. Go, why is it not working? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, Bauer set a time now.
Oh, not bad though. 38.8. That's well played, sir. So there is a handful of people that do run ABS in this tier, without ABS in this tier, but a few of them do run ABS. So, well, it's easier tracks to run without ABS. I've done a couple in EU1 this year.
Yeah, some tracks, yeah, just well, it helps obviously because you just shorten your braking to not having ABS. But certain tracks, I find Brazil's always very tricky to have ABS off. Just because a lot of corners come up when you want it to.
Yeah, so there was, I've done Italy, Canada, wasn't too bad. And then Japan as well, which was, turn one's just a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
But I think people that have done EU1 races have turned around and gone, actually, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
There has been a lot worse. So I'm just gonna.
Oh, now I remember of Japan because we had the great battle, didn't we? And it all went horribly wrong.
Yeah, it did. It was going so well, and then 2 into 1 plus a bit of sticky out curbing that doesn't like having cars on it.
To be fair, I did back out. I was like, I'm on the outside. There's no point. Like it's one way, and then I saw you just carry on turning left, and I was like, that's either the curb or desync. So I was very happy that it wasn't desync. But that is a guide of how to do that turn one without making contact. But anyway, we are back with a new lobby being currently made.
So much for getting it started on time without any hiccups. But
that's all right. It's only a few minutes, fortunately. At least we didn't do this like nearly by the end of qualifying.
Oh, could you imagine? Also, the fact that it's also not going to rain, which I mean, I've done a few wet races around Singapore in the rain, and it has been a very long race. I think you commentated on one of those before. I think.
I have, yeah.
Yeah,
I've been in them as well.
Yes, you have as well.
I've been in them in slicks because my pit team decided to give me slick tyres when I changed.
So we're just going to make sure we've got everybody in first. Lewis, tomorrow obviously we're going to try and do what these guys are doing tonight. How are we feeling? Have we done any practice at all?
For this circuit, I'll be honest, I've done a couple of laps, but literally a couple of laps. I completely forgot it's Singapore, and I thought maybe I should do more. But to be honest, I find with this game, I'll be there or thereabouts. It's after last week's showing, I felt quite positive about that. Qualifying is going to be important around here, but strategy also when you choose to pit. Obviously, it's a track where people can get wing damage quite easily. I'd say, along with Monaco, it's joint the biggest circuit for picking up damage. So it's all about surviving as well as having some relatively good pace and being able to be quick on those starts and restarts of the safety car, if there is a safety car. But yeah, no, I'll Singapore I've always enjoyed racing on, so it's not a track that I fear. How about yourself?
I've had a few laps around today just to compare times and that. It's looking like for the majority, it's going to be a low 35 in qualifying.
Yeah.
Other than Jamie, who seems to... He's a bit like Jamie James, actually, in this too, where since the new update came out, obviously a few weeks ago, has all of a sudden found a real turn in pace.
Yeah.
Hence why both are doing really, really well in their respective championships. But yes, at the moment, for me, it's just about trying not to crash, actually getting a result, because I've had a look at my so-called form table on the new website, where it could give you the race-by-race results, and it's not good. I think you are... Where are you yourself? Oh! Yeah, you're on 38, I'm on 31, I've gone... Yeah, not great. 2, 3... I think 3 dumps in the last 5 races.
Yeah, it's
not
yeah, because I started the season, first 2 races nil points. Apart from that, it's been just consistent for us scoring points. Yeah, for you got the pace. Definitely got the pace. Like, compared to me, like you're no slower. Definitely not any slower. Yeah, it's just surviving, especially on the heavy fuel loads. It's so easy at the beginning to have a moment. Unfortunately, Japan you can't really count, and obviously you weren't here in America. Like, it's one of those things.
Right, I think we're nearly there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try again. Fingers crossed. We are just waiting on one McLaren, which will be Max, and then we'll be good to go. I'm going to have a quick look at the settings one, so you can have a... Does this come from the screen as well? Will the people at home be able to see? Oh, they will be able to see, so you can actually see what actually happens. So it is assist restrictions. ABS is on. That's the important. The weather should be what I think it is. So that's fine. And then we will be good to go. We are still waiting on Max. Max, where are you? He is here. Charlie, have you picked your car? Hopefully. Hi.
Yeah, looking at the Tier 2 Championship at the moment, it's like I'm currently leading the Class B of EU2. There's like a big divide between 38 and the next person 65. But in Tier...
No, go on.
Yeah, it's a so far halfway point of the season. It's literally two groups. I feel 2 groups of very tight areas.
I like to call it the GT3 AM class.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, M class. Yeah. Looking at the EU3 standings, like you say, Jamie is he's walking away, but it's super close. And even to be fair, even Dan on 64 points. He's only one really good result. Away from or even a couple of really good results, catching up with the others ahead of it. So
yeah, it's Dan and Titch, isn't it? Really, that they're slightly ahead of K-Mark and Cygate on 51 each, and Dan's on 64 and Titchy's on 69. So they're sort of those two are having a little inter battle.
Yeah.
And then they're going to make the jump up to obviously the 4 guys that are batting over second in the championship, and then Jamie James. So I can't now be blamed Lewis now, which is brilliant about anything, because Danny's now set this up, so it's now all his fault. big news. I'm going to sort this out afterwards. Ricky is back tomorrow, so I'm now regretting my decision because it's a street circuit and it's going to be really impossible to overtake him. Just like old times.
Yeah, just like old times.
So, this is the first take. Welcome everybody. Contest Speed EU3, round 12 Singapore. We've not had to restart. I don't know what anyone's on about. We've got 18 drivers. There will be 19. The only person we are missing is Clausen, who should be here, but Electric Blade has stepped in because he has gone AWOL. So no Aston Martin, no K-Mark, and there is also no Alpine. There's one Alpine missing because Little Spark has a race ban that he's serving from USA. So we'll be back next week. We've been absolutely waffling, haven't we, for the last 10 minutes, but that's great.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now we can go back to watching some more cars in action.
Yes, we can, and they're all rushed out in anticipation, and it is, funny enough, Dan is leading the way again, very similar to what we did the first time. He was the first out on track. He's been closely followed by a Williams, but that's fine.
Such a teacher's pet, going to be first out.
Look, I can get more stream time, look at me.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he doesn't crash the thing, touch wood.
Touch wood. We don't want him to do that. Lewis, how many people do we expect to go on the softs, and potentially how many people are we going to see go on the mediums, you think?
Well, Dan is already out on the softs. A lot of people are out on the softs, apart from Real Johnny and Jack Guy. So maybe people, quite a lot are going out on the softs, it seems. Because we would know, because there's only one medium and one hard, or whatever it is, there's only one medium tyre you can choose in quali. So if people were to just go out and do their quali time on the medium, they wouldn't be out right now. You do get a hard tyre, so maybe you'd see people out on the hard tyre or doing an instigation lap on the softs. The fact we're seeing all these people out on softs gives me an indication that
I don't think they get a hard tyre this year.
Oh, you don't get a hard tyre this year?
No, I think that's the thing that everyone's sort of debating over, because last year you managed to get a hard tyre, which means, especially around this track, you can run the hards in qualifying and go hard medium and go longer in the race. But I think it's just softs and mediums. So I think what we saw from last night is someone will go out on a heavy fuel load or a non-ERS lap on the softs, and then potentially try and beat it on the mediums. We'll talk about the softs later, but they're not a great race tyre. I don't think I'll be seeing many people on them.
Dan had a little moment there. Well, Dan is using ERS, so he looks like he is setting again. That rear end is a little bit. Or it's either the front end is very grippy and the rear end can't live with it, or it's just a loose rear end. High downforce configuration. It's a tricky one because obviously the soft tyre, like you say, gives you the grip track position, but ultimately you're going to have to stop so early and try and make that hard tyre last. Well, it will last, but it will be a long one in that you're going to have to really struggle towards the end, or you just won't have the pace compared to people who do start on the mediums, which will be the guys, P11 back, start the medium or even the hard. Now that there's a safety car that's a lot more prone to happening, I think it's quite a risk to start on the hard. As we see, Hilly beats Dan's time, so they're not the fastest of times. But because there is that high chance of safety car, it kind of really makes the hard tyre a risky proposition, because people who are on the medium or soft can straight away, if there's a safety car, whenever really, as long as it's not first lap, they could just change their tyre, and that's it then for the rest of the race. And it's a long pit. It's a long stop because it's a long pit lane and it's a slow pit lane limit. So you lose 26, 25 seconds. It's quite a big gap of time, a chunk of time lost. So I think primarily the medium tyre, if you're outside that top 10, is definitely the best option.
I thought someone hit the pit wall there. That would have been interesting. I'm just going on board with the medium guys to see how they do. Real Johnny's gone in and done a 37.6 on the mediums, which I think is pretty good. Liam's just gone top of the timesheet, 36.7 on his first run.
In that white Red Bull.
I quite like it. We're watching Muzzer now. I quite like the white livery.
Yeah, it is a nice livery. It's only confusing when you see the blue dot on the map and then you see a white car on track. But yeah, they haven't got rid of it yet, Codemasters. So making the most of it for the next update.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever driven the Red Bull, even online yet. I haven't driven the Red Bull in its white livery, so I need to do it really.
I've only driven one car, and that is the Williams, because that's what I'm racing in. So I'm staying very loyal to my
You've
team.
been with Williams since day one.
Haas, Alfa Romeo, Williams.
Oh, you were Haas.
I was Haas first.
Yeah, that's it. I remember the Haas days. Those. Yeah.
It's been for those that don't know, me and Lewis have raced together in this league for a very long time now. It feels like a very long time.
Yeah, well, yeah, it has. It's been a few seasons now since I've been in EU2, and you had a couple of seasons in EU3. We've mixed it about because I started in EU3, you were in EU2, then we were in EU2 together, then you did a couple of years in EU3 seasons, and then we're back in EU2 for the last 2 seasons. So yeah, it's yeah, we know each other.
I was gonna say, if there's anyone that knows each other's racing more, it's probably us two.
Yeah, we're pretty even on that pace.
Which is good. Let's go to Haz. Let's see what Haz is doing. Haz is going on the medium. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out on the mediums. Tichy goes provisional pole. It's how close you want to get to that right-hand side of the Anson Bridge there, Lewis. You know, there's a few that become very close already.
Yeah, it's so easy just to be a little bit more greedy, a little bit greedy, and clip that curb, clip the barrier, and then at that point, it's either wing damage or it pushes you into the other wall that was on the track, and that's wheel off. So super fine margins around this circuit because of the speed. You are going a lot faster than you are at tracks like Monaco. Although you have got a bit more of a wider circuit, it's still, at the end of the day, you've got the barriers because of the higher speeds. If you get it wrong, you're definitely, it's the same scenario as Monaco, except you're more likely to get a retirement. But we're coming into 10 minutes to go now, so this is where strategies soon will be starting to show their hand. Muzzer pits after doing 137.9 on the medium. He is currently second fastest. Haz is the fastest one.
That's a strong time.
Yeah, I'm just going to check that tyre is... Yeah, that was his best time as well, so that medium. And now he's just driving around slowly, so he's on his in-lap. So, Haz, I mean, if I was him, I would... I mean, yeah, if he thinks that's his best he can do and he wants to start on the medium, that's get out your car now and watch what the others can do.
Electric Blade, I was just having a look, he looks to be having another go on the mediums. We've seen a lot of him in the European tiers, and actually I think him doing multiple races a week has improved his pace and racecraft. So much so that we're now letting him go in EU4 because we think he's outgrown him. He's one race in EU3 in Japan, and him and Jamie James seem to be working well together at the moment.
Oh, Hilly had a moment. I think I might have saw a bit of wing damage here. I think
Play just spun it.
Yeah.
3 corners to go.
Yeah, they're all now starting to push out a little bit more.
Yeah.
That first run is always a little bit more trepidation involved, but that second and third runs, once you got that banker in, that's for a little bit more. Hilly had a spin and he's took out all his front wing.
Yeah.
So Hilly is going to have to come in.
Interesting.
Tichy is coming out.
I'm going to stick it on best so people know. So Danny currently, he's not improving. No, he's not. But he's currently done 4 laps on a set of softs, so as his best. And that's 11th, but that's going to be interesting. Let's see, anyone else on there? Cygate has done a personal best in Sector 1.
Right, so, more yellows. No, all good. Just seeing who's on that.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Cygate, but I'm going to go on board with Jamie James, and we can have a. Let's do that again. A lap round Singapore. So he's gone into turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3. Powered down, try and straighten up the car as we head towards a difficult turn 5. DRS, the first DRS zone around this circuit. You're going to open it up down the boulevard. That is turn 6. Up to turn 7, throw the car in, keep the car to the outside. Turn 8, he's on the mediums. Watch out you don't run too wide through turn 9 to try and straighten up the car as much as possible. Entering the old Singapore sling, it's now just one left-hander, so there's a bumpy chicane. Now the first part of the Anderson Bridge, watch that wall on the right-hand side. Get that car turned in, pin the throttle, a little bit of wheel spin. The second DRS zone as we head to the Sector 2 split. How's he doing, Lewis?
He's doing good. He is coming up. Is he now purple in that sector? Oh, he's only green in the middle sector.
He's only green. Now the tight and technical Sector 3, the tyres will be screaming at this point. Has he kept enough tyre left on this lap? Try not to overheat them. Patience on the throttle, taking a lot of curve, but now we've only got 2 corners to go. There'll be he's kept it in 6th gear there and pins it to the line.
Oh,
36.2
with a medium.
By the way, has just improved on his mediums. We're 36.7.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I think that's a very. I know Jamie set a really good lap there, but that's a very solid lap, being only about 4 tenths off.
Is that medium? Is that you only get one set of mediums, though, don't you? So that is the same set as what's gone out. That's it.
It probably would have been.
Because it's not telling. It's saying 0 laps, which obviously not correct, unless he did a hot lap, cool down lap, and another hot lap.
Your guess is as good as mine. Charlie just improved to 4th, so the Alpha Tower is loving the Singapore streets. Who's not set a time? Stumpy. Who's on
Liam. Liam's done P2.
Liam has just gone P2. Who's that that's just gone through? There's a Ferrari. On his out lap. Anyone else on the lap?
Charlie is not. Muzza is not seen valid. 2 spells on the hot lap. No, there's nobody on a hot lap right now.
Who would have thought? Oh, Dan is. I think Danny's about to start. No, he's not, because he invalidated his out lap. So there goes that one. Electric
Danny.
Who's the Mercedes? I'm desperately looking for someone. I know he's seeing a lot of people flick back and forth. Cygate's going to start a lap. Let's watch this. So Cygate's on the soft tyre. Obviously he's going to start on those, Lewis. Where do you think he's going to try and aim to get to? I reckon would P6 be realistic?
Oh, sorry, who are we talking about?
Cygate. He's only 2 tenths off like P6. They're quite close together. himself, Muzzer, Hilly, Wizard.
Yeah, I think obviously he's into sector 2 now. It's super close.
He's
with
just
those
gone
guys.
3 tenths quicker, actually. Sorry to cut you off there.
That's right. So 3T. Yeah, so you're right. He is around that P6 area. However, still a long way on this lap to go. Now this corner here, the old Singapore sling, like you say, that looked really nice to be fair. Missed. We clipped the curb there, staying away from the curbs. Just not wanting to get the back end messing about. It looks a little bit, although it's tidy, it looks like there's a bit more pace. That could be, carry a bit more speed in those slower corners. He's now only 2 tenths up.
Yeah, so he's lost about 0.07, 700 of a second. Oh, and there's the invalidation.
Yeah, kicking himself about that because he ain't going to have enough time to. He's going to have to try and save DRS. But he's still going in hard. I would. Well, problem is, what's the point in doing another lap because your tyres will be wrecked, won't they?
Yeah, then it's not a great. It's one of those tyres, especially around here, where you're only going to get literally one chance at it. Because if you do 2 laps on it, then you'll be struggling. Hilly is improving 0.13.
Look at this. Haz is on the softs.
Haz is on the softs.
Why would you do that? If you're P4 already, you're in the track pod, the medium tyre.
You don't have to. Yeah, you've got no pressure of setting it up. It's the guys that have gone out on softs that have got the pressure.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a little.
He could improve. I suppose what he's looking at is he's super close. Those guys only need to improve, and he's all of a sudden.
Stumpy's just gone second, by the way, just off James. Yeah. Hilly's improved to 5th, so a little bit scrappy from Hilly, but actually an improvement there, so I think he'll take that. Let's have a look.
Trying to see who's getting towards the end of the lap. Jack Carty's on towards the end of the lap.
Doesn't look a quick one though.
No, it looks pretty. He's going in the pits.
Yep.
Next one is Daniel. Daniel is on his fly on the medium. He must be up because he's not pitting. Goes through the final turn. Goes wide, but it's enough still not being validated. It's 138 dead. Doesn't really improve, unfortunately. Bama, look at that. Bama's in the pits. He's not going to improve, so he's going to start at best 16th.
Blades has just come across the line and done a 6th into 16th with a 38.6. So a few guys on the mediums.
Has pits, so he's not going to do a time.
Marina is up on his mediums.
Juicebell is narrowly up in the last sector. He's coming towards the final turn now. Oh, he's run out of fuel. He's run out of fuel at the end. And it's only 4 tenths that he misses out by. Oh, he's going to be gutted. He went into low fuel mode.
Yeah, Marirat's only just keeping just about enough of this advantage. It's now down under a 10th. He's sitting on the cusp here in 10th place.
Dan is in the wall, trying to get out of the way of Real Johnny. Ditchy is nearly 2 tenths up on his previous best, so that could be interesting. Ditchy could be on a look for the pole.
Marirat goes to 6th. Nice final sector right then.
Ditchy, you want to look at Ditchy?
I'm on Ditchy. He's 10th up, is it?
Yeah, 10th up. These are the areas where you can make the most time. Slow corners are more down to, because it's less grip and a downforce, more down to the technique of the apex, how you get yourself around that corner. Final turn. He's running it. He's running it. It is an improvement. It's P3. Nice.
Charlie improves. Charlie goes 4th.
Good. I think that's it as well.
That is it. So Jamie James is on pole just. Team Stumpy 2nd and 3rd. So carrying on their recent turn of pace they found.
Yeah. Look at Has dropped down to P8 in the end, so that's obviously why he went on the soft. I think just in case. but to still be P8 and P7 for those two guys on the mediums,
I think
they
they'll
are
take
sitting
that.
very pretty. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're sitting very pretty.
So other than that, that is it. That concludes qualifying. Max didn't get time in, but everyone else did. 3 of the top 10 on the mediums, so that should be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what the guys on the softs do. Will they do a one-stop to hards, or will they go soft, medium, medium? We will only find out in the minutes that will follow us. So there you go, Jamie James on pole. Stumpy second, Titchy third, Charlie fourth, Liam fifth, he sixth, Maria at seventh, Has eighth, Muzzer ninth. The Wizard rounds up the top 10. Top 10 separated by 0.6 tenths of a second, Lewis. I think that's probably one of the closer qualifyings, especially over a long lap round this circuit for this tier. Sygate 11th, Electric Blade 12th, Johnny 13th, Jack Carty 14th, Danny 15th, Blades 16th, Bama 17th, and Max starts at the back with no time set.
Right, I've just been alerted by my housemate that he is outside the front door as he left his keys in the house.
Oh,
So
classic. No worries,
I know.
mate.
I'll be back in a sec.
Lovely. So, for those that are in the chat watching, can I have some predictions? How many dumps? How many safety cars? How many VSCs? What's the podium going to be? Yeah, I was interested in the football. Arsenal 1-2-0. Chelsea and Southampton have gone to penalties. So we are just about to begin. Fingers crossed.
I'm back.
Hello. Spard has gone with 5 dumps, 2 safety cars, 3 VSCs. So the full shebang on the safety car front, which should be interesting. Let's have a look at the tyres, more importantly, Lewis. Wow, that is a surprise to me.
Right, let's see the tyre. Yeah, a lot of people going for the hards, which,
Yes.
like I mentioned, it would have been alright if back in the previous games where you could try and do whatever you want and it wouldn't be a safety car, but there's such a high probability that it's just such a risk starting the hard. Yes, the hard, if there isn't a safety car, it's definitely the better strategy, but yeah, I mean they might pull it off with no safety car, but just the way it is round here, I think the guys on those mediums, like Sygate, particularly in P11, those fresh mediums, Bama on the medium, they're the ones I think are better off because they're able to get onto the hard if they need it.
Yeah, the medium definitely opens up the strategy a bit more, although both Mercedes will be pitting roughly near the same time, but they should be okay. Yeah, obviously an early safety car. It's a tricky one. I suppose
I mean,
if there's an earlier safety car, the people in front pit, and those guys will have track position. But
yeah, but it's such a long pit lane. Like mentioning quality, it's not like Canada, for example, where you only lose 12, 13 seconds or 14, whatever it is. This one, you do lose a lot of time when you pit. So yeah, okay, you have track position, but the guys behind you have had a free pit stop. So you're just not going to make that time back up. They've got to hope that they really just got to hope that it's not a safety car. But they are the guys at the back, so they're taking the gamble. The guys at the front, I mean, Jamie James is going to be sitting really pretty. The only thing he has to look out for is at that start, with the guys behind him being on that softer compound, will they get a better start off the lights, and initially just hold his charge, because he wants to be on his own, do his own times, not being interrupted, because if he gets caught up in those other guys behind, especially as they start to lose grip, it might get a bit interesting.
Jamie James is at the grid, so we'll be forming very shortly. No pressure EU3. EU4 set us off with a really good benchmark last night, so hopefully, fingers crossed, these guys can do the same. I'm going to clear the screen so we can have a wonderful view of the start. Fingers crossed.
That was a quick one.
It was a quick one. Lights out and away we go. Big contact at the back.
Yeah, that was the Alpine hitting the back of a Red Bull, I think. And that is massive wing damage. That is Marina on the medium as well. So one of those top 10 medium runners already now, that's it, his strategy massively compromised.
Yeah, Jamie James got a good start, led the way. Stumpy up to second. Tichy, not a great start, down to fourth already, and it's Charlie that is applying the pressure. Has into sixth by the looks of things.
I'll tell you who's had a great start, Bama. He's up into P10 already. Made a massive position-wise. He has gained positions. He has gained 7. So by far the greatest, best start goes to Bama. Everyone else, a few people 2 places gained, 2 places lost. Obviously Marina was the one who lost it because he's now right back down at the back of the field.
So these soft tyres that we are currently looking at, they will be good for only about 2 or 3 laps. So if the soft guys are going to make any inroads, they need to make them fairly early. Otherwise, they're probably going to stay where they are, to be honest. Tichy's 1.4 seconds off the back of Charlie. Seems to be struggling on this opening lap.
Yeah, the medium runners so far keeping it. So Has is actually doing really well. He's right behind the Red Bull Liam, 2/10 off. So when that DRS, oh no, commentator's curse. He clips the curb. He literally clipped the curb at turn 1. It was really weird how it happened. I don't think he's got any front wing damage. He did hit the back quite hard, but. Yeah, it was really weird. That's obviously the turn 1, it's the initial left-hander, and then it goes right. And it was at that right bit, it's like the curve just sucked in, and the back end just came around, and that is terrible timing as a commentator. I have terrible. I shouldn't mention anyone's doing well, because they just. So now, luckily for him, he didn't get any wing damage, and he is in P11. Hopefully he didn't get any diffuser damage.
I'd be surprised if he didn't, if I'm honest, mate. That was a hefty whack to the rear of the car, into that barrier.
More yellows.
Max,
McLaren. Yeah. It's got both McLarens. Jack Carty was around there as well. Max has got front wing damage, so that is a new. Yeah, and that's the thing. He's on hard tyre, so what's he going to do? That's going to force him into a true stopper now. That's the other problem with starting on the hard. You get wing damage early on. That's your game, unless the safety car later on. But yeah, has not out of it. I think P11.
Oh no, Stumpy spun.
Oh no!
Stumpy has spun.
He's back. He is back on track, but
He's
those
gotta be-
rears are going to be
Yeah, on fire. We both had the same thought.
yeah. And now has we got virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car. Who is that for? Oh,
Muzzer.
Sidegate.
Muzzer and Sidegate. I'm guessing that is Sidegate hitting the back of Muzzer.
That's the one that came up first.
They both get a penalty for that.
And both will have to serve that in the pits as well, so that's going to be a bit of pain later on.
I was going to say it kind of helps Max, but not really. He's in the back of the grid already, and he kind of won a safety car. But yeah, it's a bit of a dramatic start to the race. And Stumpy obviously was in P2. He's now down in P11. He's actually behind Haz. So Haz is now back in P10. So Haz in the end only lost effectively 4 places, because Liam was in P5, he was P6. So it could have been a lot worse for Haz. Let's wait to get going again.
We are. Oh, Tichy with a drive-through. No. Oh, I know how he's done that as well.
Yeah.
It's the exit of the corners, isn't it, where it just slows it down and you haven't really got time to react.
And when it's about to go back to green, you'll get penalised if you go into negative delta, because obviously the whole idea is that you are getting an advantage if you get below that delta by green flag. So I've done it many times, too many times, and in fact Titch is going straight in now. He is taking the penalty, which is smart because he knows he's going to have to need to change those tyres soon as well. But it's horrible. It's probably one of the worst tracks to have a drive-through penalty in. It's so slow and long. He's already now well at the back of the grid.
I think the only positive is there for Titch is he's going to be in clean air. Muzzer is all over the back of Hilly in front. With the DRS and the ERS, that should be pretty simple. We're going to say goodbye to the Williams.
Yeah.
Up to
Mercedes Bammer. Bammer's now P7. He's had a great start, obviously, already, and now he's P7. Both Mercedes drivers, though, the only problem for them is they're both on the medium tyre, which means that obviously one will have to pit ahead of the other, but also with the safety car, that could also cause them to double stack being so close together. But they can work together, and that Williams is causing a little bit of a traffic jam now.
A little bit.
Speeding up.
And this was the same stage yesterday where we start to see the softs were struggling compared to the medium runners.
Yeah.
Having said that, Muzzer has matched his best time so far the race on the stat, so probably has a little bit more pace than Hilly. So see if he's got any tyre left. But give the big gap now.
That's close. Everyone's got to be careful in the last turn as well. It's the last turn when those rears get worn. Those Mercedes guys, I feel like they're too close here. Those Mercedes guys, Bammer's almost hitting the back of Sidegate. How they didn't make contact there in turn 1, I do not know.
Haz has come in, he's gone on the hard tyres and the wing change, so be interesting if it's just all green flag racing, if you can get to the end of those.
Yeah, Ferrari 2 Spell also is right back here, looking good. If I look crazy, or has pitted, didn't he? So Haz must have got wing damage.
Yeah, he's just made that stop and made a change of the front wing. It didn't look massive front wing damage, like an end plate.
Yeah, it must have been separate to what the spin was. But yeah, Charlie now, 4 seconds behind Jamie. Yeah, at this point, those softs are giving up. But the Mercedes guys, they are caught up on the DRS train.
And the thing is, Muzzle's not really pulled away from Hilly here, and this train is getting... Well, if Danny can catch up to Johnny a bit, this train's going to be down from 4th, effectively, all the way down to 14th.
That's it. Just looking at it now. Oh,
Muzzle's in.
Yeah, Muzzle's in.
I think 2 spells in.
Oh, look at the Mercedes guys. I think there might be a swap.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, they've made contact.
No. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Shades of Rosberg Hamilton.
Is this 2016 Spain?
And Saget ends up losing out, and it's just not needed. You don't need power. It's lap 6:31. If Bama was going to make the move...
Bama's going to make the move, though, on Hilly. He's going to go to the outside.
Great move.
That was close as well.
He's on fire, Bama. Back of the grid, he started P17. He is now P4. And the second best... I mean, he's got a P2 lined up for him. He's got a bit of a gap now to Liam. But, yeah, to be fair, Charlie and Liam have done very well. The other guys, though, start on the softs are... I mean, Hilly, I think, has left it too late for what he's struggling with. I think he should have pitted early just to save himself track time.
But it's going to be interesting to see where Wizard and Stumpy are. Stumpy... Of course, he had the spin, so that's why he was still behind Wizard anyway. So it'd be interesting to see where those two come out in relation to the other guys when they eventually stop. Johnny's doing well. The leading hard runner, Lewis, in 6th.
Yeah, and to be fair, so far, I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not going to say it.
So far, so good. I'll say it for you.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Oh, he's no. So, speed in the pit lane. Liam's sped in the pit lane. Oh, so that means he's going to get a penalty that he can't take right now, but he will have to take shortly. And again, it's not the track. You do not want drive-through penalties around here. It's the worst track for it. So Liam now was in a good position. Is now going to be well down the field. If I was him, I would do the drive-through sooner rather than later, because you do not want to be doing it in case it's a safety car later on.
Johnny's got past Hilly, so Johnny's now P3. It'd be interesting to see how his pace handles with Bama and Jamie. As they are on the mediums, he's on the hards. We'll be getting to the stage in a couple of hours' time when the mediums are going to be worse than the hards, or on a par of the hards. The mediums will only do about 10 to 12 laps from what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, the hards are pretty comfortable. The pace on them is even throughout. Those mediums. There's only one guy left on the softs, and that is Hilly. For me, I think he's just left it so way too late.
Well, and he's gone deep as well, so he's really struggling for grip, but there is a pack of 5 drivers behind him ready to attack. Another way from it. Dan has done well. He's sort of caught up to this gap, but now he's sort of stuck behind
Hilly's pitting now.
Hilly. He's got to watch out for Electric Blade, because Electric Blade seems very comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, you've got this group of the hard boys, P3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then the rest is behind, meetings, apart from Musa and Haz. That's 2 spell sets the fastest lap of the race.
Stumpy. Yeah, those two are going to be having an interesting battle throughout. Their race will come later on when the one-stoppers eventually pit.
I'm surprised that Liam is not yet. Oh, it's a 5-second penalty, that's why.
Yeah.
It's weird. So he didn't get a speed drive through, he's just got a 5 seconds.
Yeah, he's spinning the pit lane.
But if he did pit again, which I guess he will, because he went on to the medium, didn't he? And
he's going. Yeah, so he's going to He's on a 2-stop. Charlie's on a 2-stop, definitely. Hilly and Titchy also on a 2-stop. So is Stumpy.
I don't get a 2-stop. Around here, there is just like I can't see the benefit of a 2-stop. I think it's a mistake personally, but we'll see. Obviously, with safety cars, it could have ran here, but we'll see.
I'm just noting the gap up front. I'm probably going to put a curse on Bama here. Bama's got 100% battery left. Just slowly, he had been the last couple of laps chipping away at Jamie James's lead. Not by much, but by a couple of tenths. So Bama's showing some very good pace, and Johnny actually is also keeping between 3 and 4 seconds to Bama. So that gap between the top 3 in total has not really changed that much, actually. And as soon as I say that, I lost a couple of attempts, but the 2 behind Jamie James have shown some very good pace. Charles, thank you for the prime. Limmy's in the chat, and Don Ammo, hello. Don Ammo could be returning soon once he's done his military service.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Good to have old Don back.
Yeah, good to see Noah is doing all well. Dan is causing a train here, Lewis. There's another way around it at the moment. He is holding up.
He's got a select club behind him, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Blade, Jack, Carty, Blaze, and Cygate have all bought their ticket. Jack Carty got a bit loose though off the hairpin, and we could see Blaze go down the inside. To get that move done, these boys are going to go side by side, which is splitting this train up. Oh, and they got very close. They're both going to run deep. Cygate ran the outside. Oh, he's mugged both of them off.
Yeah. Shows the medium's still the better tyre right now.
Jack Carty a little bit too loud on the accelerator pedal, burning up those rear tyres, and he has picked up a penalty. Trying to work out what corner that is, because there's a corner around this circuit, and me and Dan spoke about this yesterday in commentary, where you used to get a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits straight away. I can't remember what corner it is.
I only know the only corner I know name-wise is Singapore Sling.
Yes, and the boulevard.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna find this quick. Sorry, everybody.
Meanwhile, Bama is 12 seconds behind Jamie James, and pace-wise, it's Jamie. Yeah, Jamie's he's got it. He's got good pace at the moment.
I mentioned it a couple of laps ago. Bama he looked like he was dropping away, and he's sort of come back. Johnny's struggling a little bit. I don't know if he's got any damage or anything, but
I think it's just a hard tyre. It's just not this quick.
It's not working, is it, at the moment?
No. It's a durable tyre. He'll be doing the same pace on that hard tyre throughout. That medium tyre, though, has got a little bit more bite. Obviously, it does wear out, but it does for quite a long time. It's still the quicker tyre, which is why a lot of these guys who started on the hard, they're going to be laughing now. If there's a safety car coming out, later in the race, or maybe there isn't, those guys that start on the hards will come back strong later on in this race. So watch out for the guys who are currently on the hards, because they will be pitting later on, maybe around sort of lap 18, 19, and then it's game on.
Electric Blade is still trying to find a way. Oh no, Saigo I think's just hit the wall behind him. I'm pretty sure he has. Oh, he's got away with any significant damage though. Very fortunate for the Mercedes driver. Jack Carty down the inside of Blaze. As these boys fight for position.
Yeah, Jack Carty holding them up. Blaze, faster pace, and also Charlie is only on 3-lap old mediums. Has on softs. Obviously got damage again. Oh! Yeah, you saw it as well.
Yeah.
Charlie, yeah. He's going to dive it?
No. He's going to try and set him up, I think. We will go on board with Charlie. Where is he? There he is. We see the Williams in front, but not quite close enough. So this is the core I was on about. This is turn 16, where on the inside it used to in the old games, a couple of games ago, would give you a 5-second time penalty straight away. Harsh.
Gotta love it.
Pit stop windows. We are looking around the mediums to be coming in fairly soon. On our wonderful website, where it gives us the track details, Lewis, this is 29 seconds. I think yesterday was a little bit quicker. It was about 27 seconds as we need to go 3 wide. Charlie is clearly quicker than these two in front at the moment, but he's just...
Yeah, he needs to get past Blaze now before the DRS zone, but Blaze uses that ERS. Runs a bit deep. But Blaze has a lot more ERS, and he is going to get past that McLaren.
Charlie needs to position his car here really carefully. Oh, he's going to get run out of road if he's not careful.
Done it. Great move from the Alpha.
Well done, Charlie. Now he can set his sights on Jack Carty, who's really struggling at the moment. Oh, I've seen this before. Don't do it.
Oh! Oh! Oh, he did it. You can open your eyes.
I actually had my eyes closed because I've seen it many times before where someone's got squeezed into the wall on the right hand side. Fair play to Jack Carty there to give Charlie just about a car's whip to put off that move, but great move from Charlie.
And look at this, Bama is actually a little bit quicker. Not by it's very much level playing, but Bama has actually got the gap down slightly.
I think the thing is for Jamie James at the moment, there is the 4th and 5th battle at between Dan Electric Blade and Sygate, and now Charlie, who's closing in on these guys. Where if he pits, he's going to come out in amongst it, which isn't ideal for his race. So we'll give Noah a quick rundown as he's missed us for a bit. Jamie James is leading the championship. We've got a wonderful battle, Lewis, haven't we, for P2 in this EU3 championship between the Wizard, Profodus, Stumpy, and one more. I can't think of it.
And the funny thing is, they're all at the moment.
They're all next to each other.
But also I don't think, apart from Wizard, I don't think Wizards on. I don't think a lot of them are going to actually on course for decent points.
No, Bama is.
They're on 2 stops. They're on 2 stops. I don't get it.
Yeah, Bama's going to be the one with the advantage here. He is on the 1 stop compared to his championship rivals, where they're on the 2 stop. Charlie is. Yeah, he is. Quickest guy out there. He's got no ERS though. Gotta get it stopped. He's got it stopped.
Yeah, and the Mercedes, no grip to be able to back in around the inside, so he's on to the next one.
Jamie James is now going to drop in front of Dan if he pits. Bama won't be so lucky, but there's plenty of opportunity. Oh, Hazard's retired though. The Singapore sling. I know exactly. And we have a safety car.
Unreal. Now those people who have not pitted yet on the mediums, well, they will pit now.
Sygate is stopping.
if you're a hard runner, I suppose you can make it last. You can get onto the medium. It's one of those where it might suit both parties. This both people who start on the hards, jamming a pit. People who have stopped, need to stop on the medium. If anything, this probably does. It's in that territory where it suits the guys who are on hard tyres right now.
It'd be a very.
What doesn't suit is obviously Stumpy has got a free pit stop, so he's now in that track position. Ditchy did not pick, because he didn't want to double stack. But Jamie James with that comfortable gap, Bama with that comfortable gap, they are all now going to be bodged up together.
Yeah, well, I think for Dan Electric Blade, though, it's a really difficult decision to make. They are currently 14 laps in on their hard tyres.
I pit for hards.
They can't.
Yeah,
they're already on
medium,
hards. I have to pit some mediums.
Yeah, medium will be fine, because they've done 14 laps already, a 31-lap race. They're going to be doing a couple more laps under safety car, so they won't be going green again until at least lap 16 or 17, in which case it's fine. They're on lighter fuel load. I think it's absolutely fine now. For those guys to pit now, it's the right thing to do. Yeah, it's a few laps early, but it's only a couple of laps early, and also they're not going straight into green flag conditions. They are still, under full course safety car. So yeah, Jammy pits for the hards. Bama also pitting for the hards. Dan, I expect to pit, and he doesn't. Oh, I do not know why he's not pitting. Electric Blade does pit, so too does Charlie. I don't get this from Dan.
Oh, Electric Blade, though's got 5 seconds though.
On speeding, what is going on?
So Jamie James has come out in the lead, so this has worked out fantastically for him.
Yeah, Dan, I'm.
You say that both the Ferraris. Yeah, this is what both the Ferraris have made some really debatable choices.
I am completely baffled by this. It's such surely they're either playing a high-risk game or if they're hoping for another safety car. That's the only thing I can think of where this could work out. Because if there's no safety car, they're screwed because the pit is so long round here. They're going to lose, like you say, it's almost 28 seconds.
A long pit stop.
And everyone's reached. It's not you've got a spread out field. You've got everyone together at the halfway point of the race. So it's kind of like the first race is finished. We're now into the second race, and everyone else doesn't need to pit, but you do. So you're literally giving away 28 seconds. Sure, you will have fresher tyres, but you're not going to make up that time. It's not enough laps.
Well, we've seen it in real F1. Let's hope the Ferrari strategist is hiding somewhere.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because, other than what me and Lewis see, this is a tactical blunder.
Absolutely.
I hope they prove us wrong, but I think that's going to be very difficult to do so.
Yeah.
So, are they staying out? They are. They're committing to it. So, everyone else can do what they need to do. Dan's the only one that hasn't stopped at all, so everyone else doesn't need to stop again if they don't want to. Tichy has stopped and will come out, I think, behind this gaggle of cars, so he's going to be in 14th behind Muzzer. He's gone on some fresh mediums, which is a sensible decision. Here he is cycling through tyres, which, I mean, I would do if I was in his position. Trying to optimise what you've got. What does this mean, Lewis, for the Constructors' Championship, I hear you ask?
So, well, I shall have a look. I mean, it's still early days, but...
It's dramatic for second place in the Constructors. Alfa Romeo.
Constructors-wise, we are currently...
It's Alfa Romeo 164, Ferrari 150.
So those two guys, I mean, right now, you look at Ticci P14, Stumpy P9. However, those Ferrari boys, I'd be shocked if they're P2, P3 into this race.
Mercedes.
It may look good right now, but not.
Mercedes 147, by the way, and you look at where Bammer is on the hard tyre, he's probably going to be in net P2 here. And you look at Seigate also on the hard tyre further down. So, I wouldn't be shocked, and I'm going to put my neck on the line here, saying that Mercedes would leapfrog possibly Ferrari and maybe Alfa Romeo, depending on the result.
Yeah. So lap 17 we're starting, safety car coming in. So the guys that are pitted, now on fresh mediums, they'll be able to make this race. So we're literally at the half point. Yeah, they're going to struggle towards the end, but the lighter cars should be fine. As Jamie James has got going, and he's going to have such an advantage over these guys. 15 lap old hards, but Dan Bammer's going to be all over them here, as Two-Spell is allowed to be into P2. Oh, and the Mercedes hits the back of Dan. Dan's got no speed whatsoever. Sit and duck.
He's going to try and go down the inside, which isn't a good idea. He's going to get swallowed up here, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I'm shocked that he was in such a good position, because he would have been P3, well P4 because Two-Spell wouldn't have pitted. So it wasn't even
like he was deep. At the field. Johnny goes around the outside.
He's got no grip. He's going to literally be swallowed up.
Oh, we're going to see it again. Oh, electric blade goes down the inside.
Yeah.
I can understand if he was on the mediums and he did this, where Two-Spell is, because the warm-up... Oh, Sygate's pretty sure he's hit the wall.
I heard. Yeah, he is out, and he's out. Safety car again.
Oh, lucky.
Well, is it lucky though? Because they're going to have to pit, and they're going to be at the back of the field. So the only thing that helps them is they're not going to be massively behind. But they are going to now, if Two-Spell and Dan pit, they're going to be at the back of the field. And everyone else is on the same tyres, when they could have been further up anyway. So it kind of has helped them slightly in the situation they put themselves in.
It's helped the medium runners though, hasn't it? The ones that pitted onto mediums.
Yeah, exactly. Two-Spell still doesn't pit. Bammer does pit, so he must have got that wing damage. Who else is pitting? Dan isn't pitting. What is going on? Is he alright?
I've asked this question many a time, if I'm being honest.
Max has left the session. That's not intentional, I'm sure.
Yeah,
so Liam and Bammer pit in that one. They're going on to mediums.
I'm going to say he's going to have big cojones if he's staying out for a safety car that's going to turn up in the last 6 or 7 laps. If that's the game he's going to play. I'll be amazed if he's playing for that strategy.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it could be. I'll tell you what, Spud, your prediction though is looking good so far. With your 5 dumps, 2 safety cars and 3 VSCs. We've had 2 safety cars, 1 VSC and 3 dumps. Halfway through the race. I apologise if there's going to be a loud slam. I'm just going to open my window just a touch. Oh. I think damage, Noah, from what we saw, that's possibly it. Have you managed to invite Max back?
Let's see. I think I sent him an invite again, yeah. I'll try again.
We'll just hope. We'll hope at this point. Yes, he got damage from the restart. I think he hit the back of one of the Ferraris. Oh, and then Max's AI is going to make him pit onto what, though? Oh, he's going to make him to pit on hards. Oh, he's changed the front wing. Okay. I need some elevator music here.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, we said it was going to be a long race.
Yeah, always is.
Always is.
Safety cars have added that.
We're just waiting for this green flag racing for when it begins. Jamie James, please don't hit the back of the safety car. Blades did that last night. If you didn't see, that it was a it was a spectacular sight to behold, watching a Aston Martin plough into the back of an Aston Martin.
It is nice to see the Aston Martin safety car, though, in all its glory. It'd be great in this game if they allowed you to someone drive the safety car. I mean, it wouldn't be great, but it would be great at the same time. Safety car in this lap. Because then a person driving the safety car can go, or is it?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be chaos.
It is. Well, hopefully it won't be too much chaos, but any chaos in a good way once the restart occurs. Jamie James will go for a second time.
Yep, again he's lucky that he's got a 12-lap medium runner behind him in the two-spell. Charlie, though, right, to be fair, he is under threat, isn't he, Jamie? Because he's the only one. Everyone else is on mediums, apart from Dan, who's on 18, that old hards, and Max, obviously, who only is on hards through default. So here we go.
He's timed it pretty much spot on, hasn't he?
Yeah, and now Charlie is like, if I can get past two-spell, I should have the speed to be able to get and challenge Jamie. Obviously, Jamie's been here before.
Yeah, Johnny's actually closer.
Yeah.
In fact, Johnny's the one that's going to make the move.
Yeah. Oh, he's at the wall there a bit.
Don't go to the outside. Johnny runs deep. Johnny ran to the outside. Johnny runs deep again.
Yeah, it's all good. Get those tyres up to temperature.
You see, though the hard's struggling, Dan again 2 seconds nearly behind the car in front.
I'm sure, yeah, Dan, yeah, he's on the hards that he started the race on. I'm completely baffled by it, but he's got a massive train behind him, all of which are on much fresher mediums.
Yeah. Guys behind him are going to have to just be patient. Oh, speaking of, Charlie nearly running into the back of the Wizard there.
Well, the Wizard's pace is actually pretty good. It's not like Dan, for example, who's already 3 seconds drift of electric blade.
Charlie needs to be patient here. I know Jamie James is up the road, but he just needs to warm his tyres up, bide his time.
Yep, Two-Spell got a little bit of a back in, go out on him. Obviously, Two-Spell could make the race. Obviously, Two-Spell is thinking he's going to go to the end of the race with these tyres.
Blades thought about going down the inside, but he's going to have to wait again. Bama's round. Bama's lost it. Turn 3.
What a shame for Bama. It would have been so different had he not hit the back of one of the Ferraris in the first restart of the safety car. But now, yeah, Two-Spell struggling. Now everyone's getting up to temperature. Jamie's hard's got up to temperature. He is now starting to pull away, and those guys behind are all over the back of him. Sygate has left the session.
And this is the problem, though, for the guys that stuck behind. No DRS for the first 2 laps after the safety car. And, oh, there's massive contact! Jack Carty's gone to the back of Stumpy. Into the hairpin. Stumpy's round, no front wing.
Oh, drama. Titchy's got past. Oh, it's all sorts of chaos going on.
Yeah, Jack's got no front wing.
Lays and Dan is through,
but
he
runs
deep. He should be fine.
He's got to watch the outside.
And he's through.
Yeah. But look at that though, Lewis. 5.3 seconds now he's behind the top 5.
DRS is enabled now, so hopefully those guys are going to be thinking, right, at least Two-Spell now has got the added issue of trying to defend and not have DRS.
Yes, let's go to Charlie. Oh, and he touches the back of the Ferrari.
Not a great run, but he has got that DRS. He's going down the inside.
Oh, a little bit of a nudge on the way through. Oh, Johnny, don't go put yourself there.
There you go. It's 2.2 seconds the gap now. What has the pace got with those mediums? It should still have quite a big advantage on pace compared to Jamie James on tyre alone.
Charlie needs to not overheat these though, just be careful, be patient.
Oh, get the wall there.
Johnny's going to look to the outside. Nothing doing this time around, so we'll wait again.
Gap's coming down massively though. This is the advantage of a medium. Charlie's already 1.5 seconds now behind. He took 6/10 out just in one sector alone.
Oh, Muzz has got front wing damage. I think him and Max have had a side. Oh, Muzz has got even more front wing damage, and the Mercedes behind has just absolutely clattered it.
Drama.
Liam's got to pass down into what I would presume would be Dan Pitts. Oh, Two-Spell gets a bit of a shimmy on out of turn 3. Johnny's going to try and set him up, go around the outside.
And he'll have DRS as well.
Oh, did he though?
He's not using it, is he?
No, he's not got it.
Electric blade.
Electric blade down the inside of Wizard. Wizard fights back. We've got a helicopter shot to watch it all. Electric blade closes in. Titchy's closing in as well. Blades has got the gap down to 3.2 between himself and the front 5.
Yeah. Getting exciting. Charlie's just outside that DRS range. You'll surely have it next lap.
He's got DRS, but he needs to really set this up for the Boulevard. Down towards turn 7 next lap.
That car looks really well balanced from Charlie. He's almost in that DRS, but Jamie James is doing a good job keeping the gap at 1.1.
Electric Blade gets past Wizard because he is in the pits.
Again, the strategy. I guess he's going to go on to mediums, but it's just too late, surely.
He's going to go soft. Yeah.
I mean, you can do that, yeah, I suppose. But those softs will be dead by the end of the race anyway.
Titch has got the DRS, he's closing in on the Williams. The Williams going to defend to the left-hand side. Titch is going to go around the outside and gets that done into turn 7. Charlie so close to the 1 second.
Maybe it's equalled out now already. He can't quite get in that DRS zone.
Oh, you say that though.
Yeah, he is in it now.
Got it in and out.
but it was after the protection. Jamie runs wide. Jamie with the pressure runs a little bit deep, and that helps massively for the AlphaTauri. And this section here, if you've got mechanical grip advantage, is sector 3 where you're really going to be able to take advantage of it. Brake later, carry more apex speed, get on the throttle, have better traction. It's just a threefold advantage. He's going to get that DRS this time by. He has no ERS, that's the only issue he's got. Is the ERS is very low. But he can activate the DRS now.
Maybe you can just force Jamie James into a mistake of some sort, which has been unheard of so far this season, but you never know.
He's not close enough at the moment.
Oh,
where he also can do DRS.
Stumpy is off. Oh, and again, Stumpy's out, in fact.
Is that going to be a safety car?
It is a safety car! 5-lapper! Shootout! Yeah!
Well, again, this helps the medium runners.
It does.
Oh, and now who looks... Well, the Ferrari boys all of a sudden...
Don't look too bad.
Well, they do. Hang on a minute. I mean, it's still... They could have... Let's be real. They could have still been...
Yeah, they...
much higher than they are. And they still have to overtake people. What it does mean, however... Because a lot of these guys who are going to pit right now and put softs on. His problem is, Jamie James is in a horrible position where if he doesn't pit, he's going to have track position, but he has to hope that everyone else doesn't pit behind him. If he does pit, he's got to hope everyone else pits, because otherwise he's going to have to try and make moves with a few laps to go.
Which would be thoroughly entertaining if he did that and some people stayed out.
If I was him, I'd stay out, because track position round here is key. I mean, yeah, you just run such a high... You've got to play... I mean, he's well ahead in the championship, so he wants to have a bit of fun, by all means, but we're going to find out shortly, and he stays out.
Charlie goes in!
And the same with... I think he's just going to do the opposite.
Electric Blade is...
Doesn't.
Both the Hasses stay out. And we saw this in Japan. They did this in Japan, where although it was the other way around, it was Electric Blade that... It was Electric Blade and Jamie James. An Electric Blade, and they swapped positions. So Electric Blade won and Jamie James held them up. And this time around, I think it's Electric Blade that's going to have to defend. Tichy stays out in third, so does Blade, so does Liam.
Two-spell pits again.
Now, this is what we saw yesterday in EU4. We saw Jack Hawkey, who one of the leading runners in that tier, come in, and he was making, in his first 2 sectors, in Sector 2 and Sector 3, he was 2.6 seconds quicker than the leaders on very similar age tyres to the top 5 now.
Problem is, those top 5, the good thing Jamie's got is he's got protection. However, those people behind him are on medium tyres. Tichy all of a sudden now looks like he's in the driving seat. this is the beauty of Singapore with safety cars. It can just turn it all on its head. So we're probably going to be going... I mean, the safety car has already caught the leader.
Yep. It's things you love to see. I'll say it because Thomas isn't here.
Yeah, absolutely love to see it.
You do love to see a 5-lapper shootout. Oh, I just have a feeling someone's going to hang on here out of the top 5 and finish well still. But we have seen the pace of Charlie. Look at Bama. Bama's 8th.
Bama pitted for softs. He would have been higher, but he's pitted. So, I mean...
Yeah, but considering where the kind of race that he's had, where he's been involved in a couple of incidents as well, the fact that he's 8th on soft tyres, and we know he was matching Jamie James in the medium stint in terms of pace.
Yeah, so here you got Jamie James, so we've probably got another lap. So we're going to start on lap 28. 28, 29, 33, 1.
So we're going to have
4 laps.
2 laps of DRS.
Yeah.
More importantly.
But those soft runners are going to have so much more traction. I doubt, they won't need DRS. They're going to have, I mean, the guys they're against are guys who are, at the very freshest, you got is 8-lap mediums. Everyone else is either 10, 11 or 12 lap old tyres. And the guy leading the race is on 11 lap old hards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when you got guys on fresh softs, this is going to be, like you say, it's going to be massively, these guys are going to be seconds quicker, like 3-4 seconds quicker in clear air on an opening lap.
I'm hoping the guys can catch up to the back of the safety car this lap and we can have 4 racing laps of 2 laps of DRS, because I think we are going to be in for some more chaos and drama.
Yeah, they nearly joined them. They're 2 corners, so they're a corner behind the back of the Mazda, so they'll be fine. It's getting all exciting now.
Yeah, place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Because this one is not over yet.
Should get the board soon.
There it is. Here we go. 5 brave people have stayed out. We will find out in 4 laps' time, Lewis. Did they make the right decision?
I mean, you kind of think the guys who are immediately just ahead of the soft runners, no. But the guys like Electric Blade and Jammy, possibly, yes. Tichy, maybe. But Blaze and Liam, I fear for them. Immediately as well.
Jamie James with a 3rd restart.
Yeah.
The safety car is about to pull in. He has gone.
Tichy's been left sleeping.
He has, and the Hasses are gone. It's green flag racing. Buddy, boys. An Electric Blade. Oh, he's got to go down the inside.
Yeah.
This is Japan all over again.
Yeah. Now those soft runners, and already Liam has dropped behind.
Charlie's already up to 5th, yeah.
And he's going to have so much more grip here. Even under braking, it's going to be massive.
Tichy is closing, not close enough. Tichy, although had a sleepy restart, is actually caught onto the back of.
Yeah. It's because the hard is. Liam's losing loads of time. It's because the hard tyre is terrible for getting back up to temperature. Our Blades goes a little bit wide.
Oh, that's a massive instant. Liam and 2 spell.
Wow. But there won't be a safety car now. Is Charlie going to dom it? Oh, no, he doesn't.
Wow.
He's got wing damage, I'm sure he has. And it is a safety car.
It is a safety car. Oh, Jamie James, that was your luck.
And also, though, Charlie, I don't know why Charlie didn't dive down the inside. He tried to go on the outside. He must have got wing damage from hitting the back of Blaze.
He, Blades had... He just squeezed through.
Why is there a safety car?
Why is there a safety car? Because we could probably get... It'll be
a short safety car.
Yeah, it'll literally be one lap.
Yeah.
Blades has superbly parked his car right in the middle. He knew Charlie was going to go down the inside, so sort of didn't really leave Charlie much room either way. So Charlie had to go to the outside, knowing that if he's going to go down the inside, he may just get turned into and pinched on the inside.
Yeah, let's have a look on the tabs.
I was kind of ruined it a bit. I was excited to see what was going to happen. Charlie and Johnny coming through. They've got less time now.
Yeah, but at the same time, their soft tyres are still fresh. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, so Blaze has... Oh no, no damage.
Yeah, I think
No,
he just about...
He does.
Right hand side?
Left hand side. It's DWL. DWL was that? That's 16% he's got.
Yeah, it's not. It wouldn't be much. I think he would just get away with it because it was a graze.
Yeah. So at the moment, the hards on Jammy are 16%. No, 14, 18, 19, 20%. The medium side, they're not all too bad, but the Aston Martin has got a pretty good health still on those softs. But yeah, he did get damage, Charlie, on that front left. And the safety car is not coming in, is it?
It is coming in this lap. It is coming in.
It is coming in.
We've had the message. We will go again, people. And more importantly, Lewis, there is going to be no DRS.
No, this is a green-white checkered.
It is. So when we cross this line, we're an electric blade this time. The Haas leads the fourth restart.
And again, those guys have been maybe spared of blushes because Charlie's going to have wing damage. So
and hold up Johnny.
The advantage. Yeah.
Ooh, little bit of contact. I'll be surprised if they get away with a penalty. There you go. Yep.
He lets Electric Blade go ahead. Jammies, look at that gap. It's 2 seconds.
So Electric Blade.
Oh, Johnny boy's going down the inside for Charlie. And he's done it.
Right, Johnny on the charge then. Let's see what Johnny can do. He's got 2 laps to try and utilise those soft tyres. Muzzles are over the back as well of Charlie.
Yeah.
And Johnny is closing in on the Williams.
Is he going to dive bomb it?
Oh, that Alpha Tauri's got such straight line speed. Muzz is trying to hang out on the outside. Oh, Max is trying to sneakily go through as well. I'm surprised if they get through there unscathed. Down the inside into this corner, we've already seen an incident this week. Oh, yeah, and we see it again. Oh, and the McLaren got hit by another car.
Yeah. Yeah, all the soft runners desperately trying to get through. Now, Johnny Boy does the same thing again. The same thing as Charlie. Just dive down the inside. Did he get wing damage because of that?
No, he got away with it, I think. Didn't really make much contact. He's going to go to the outside though, but Blade's going to try and run it.
Yeah, look at that grip.
Oh, great move.
One lap to go. He'll immediately catch them up.
Yeah, he's pulled off some great overtaking moves this evening, Johnny. Been really impressed. He's got a time penalty low.
Yeah. All titchy. A little bit out of shape. Look how much he gained. We can get a good final corner here.
Let's go on board. Oh, he's not using his ERS though. He's not going to run out. He's going to have to set him. He's going to have to set him up. Muzza has retired in the pits.
Those softs are already. Oh, he hits the wall.
Hit the wall from Johnny.
Yeah, that could be it.
Oh, Bama's. Why is Bama retired? Bama's retired in the pits. He would have got a point. He's not finished above Muzza.
Yeah. Damage-wise, no, doesn't say he's got damage. And then again, it says his tyres 0%, so maybe he's not getting a reading. I think he has got wing damage though.
At the moment, it's going to be Jamie James that's going to win because Electric Blade has that 5-second penalty. That may get taken down. We don't know yet. Tichy will finish third, but you've got Johnny and Co. all scrapping it out.
Jab is still Tichy though, looking for a way through. But I think that's it. That was his last chance.
They've all made it through one more time. We will go on board with Electric Blade. See what he can do. Jack Carty's gone past Danny. Danny's said no. Electric Blade is going to win on track, but will go down on penalty. So Jamie James will pick up the victory. Tichy will be second just in the end. Oh, Danny's down too. Whoa.
Hilly got P4 in the end.
I think Danny went up a few places as well.
Yeah, Hilly Blaze 5 in the end. Aston Martin of Johnny's down in P8.
Chaos Lewis, that's all I can say of the last
Charlie
couple.
got 100% wing damage in the end as well.
There's a lot of action that was going on. We tried to pick up as much as we could, but Haas on the top step. Jamie James wins again, but we will wait and see. So Jamie James only just in the end. Lewis 10th and a half, and it could have been Tichy.
Yeah.
So close. Electric Blade third with that 5-second time penalty. Hilly fourth, so good points for the Williams. Johnny fifth. Pulled off some amazing overtakes today, especially around the outside. Dan sixth, jumped up a few places in the end on by having the lack of penalties. Creator Magician seventh. Jack Arty 8th. Charlie 9th. With 2 5-second penalties. Muzza may pick up the last point if we're lucky. I think he will do. Bama 11th. If he just stayed out, he would have got that point instead of Muzza. And then you got Max, Liam, Two Spell, Stumpy, Sygate, Hasmania, and Marina at all dunks. Fastest that was Stumpy, so no one gets the fastest that point. Well, Lewis, that was very long. You thought it was going to be long. Excitable race, though. Yeah, excitable race. 59 minutes and 36 seconds on the race clock.
Yeah, always. It's such a long race, this one.
It is.
I'm dreading it.
Should we? Should we not?
Nah. But it's up to you, mate. You're the streamer.
Yeah, at the moment I can't even leave the session yet. So we're just looking at the screen.
Oh yeah, same. I can't leave either.
Which is
The
fantastic.
good old
Yeah, cheers for that. If I'm being honest, I've commentated twice already this week. I'm going to leave it there. I'm sorry to Jamie James, Tichy and Electric Blade. I'm sure Tichy's going to give me an earful when I speak to him in a second anyway. Lewis, these lovely people at home have done very, very well to sit through what is an hour and 45 minutes on the stream in total.
Yeah.
So fair play to them. Tomorrow will be very excitable. Yeah, you get to watch me and Lewis go toe to toe or crash to crash, depending on what happens. We don't know yet. That'll be EU2. They'll be back at 9 PM UK tomorrow. We'll be Singapore. We don't know about the weather. That shall be exciting to find out. Hopefully it's dry. EU1 will be live on Thursday, 9 PM UK. I believe Shane is back in the commentary box, which is all good news. AM2 is later this evening at 9 PM Eastern, which is 2 AM in the morning for the UK, which is 3 AM for Central Europe. And then AM1 the same time on Wednesday. Rain may be. Thank you, Lemmy. Thank you. But that will be it. Thank you very much for watching. You'll see EU3 next week, where they are around Hungary, which should be very exciting. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.